The Tecno Camon 19 Pro is probably the best of the just launched Camon 19 series to buy, and I'm going to show you just why. So this is Tecno's Camon 19 Pro, officially launching in Nigeria today alongside the Camon 19 Pro 5G and the regular Camon 19. You'll notice it looks just like the Camon 19 Pro 5G, and the fact is that they are basically the same phones, just different processor and slight difference in their camera systems, which you might actually find interesting. Also, the 5G one gets a gorgeous green color with a part leather finish on the back. I have a separate video on the Camon 19 Pro 5G and another video comparing them both, which will be linked in the description, so you can check them out after watching this video, of course. The Tecno Camon 19 Pro is likely going to retail for around 165,000 naira. I'm here to confirm that as at the time of recording this, but I'll update on the screen and in the description. Now, the Camon 19 Pro gives you the typical unboxing experience you'd expect of a Tecno device. All accessories complete, including earphones, charger, protective casing, and pre-installed screen protector. At this point, I think only Tecno and Infinix released their phones with complete accessories. The Camon 19 Pro comes in just two colors, Eco Black and Polar Blue. For design, this is arguably one of the best looking phones at its price point. I especially like the camera design, those large circular bumps, one hosting its main sensor and the other hosting the telephoto and depth sensors. Interestingly, the Camon 19 Pro 5G doesn't get the telephoto camera. The back has a nicely designed matte textured finish, probably glass. Tecno describes it as having a diamond coating of 200 million stars like a bright starry sky. That's some description. It does look and feel premium, and I love the rare finish. You can tell a lot of thought went into this design. The Tecno Camon 19 Pro has that boxy design profile, which is pretty much recent standards for a nicely designed phone these days. And yes, it can stand. It has a glossy frame which I think is made of plastic. You'll find its buttons and ports in their expected positions, but there's one thing to note, it still doesn't come with stereo speakers. There's just that bottom firing mono speaker, which is loud enough with good quality, but at this price point you'll agree with me that stereo speakers is the standard. As expected, the Tecno Camon 19 Pro supports dual nano SIM cards, and there's an extra slot for a micro SD card. It uses a side-mounted fingerprint scanner which does a pretty good job of unlocking the device and is reliable. The grill at the top frame is not for an extra speaker but more for the earpiece, which had to be moved here as there's no room atop the display thanks to its extremely slim bezels. The Tecno Camon 19 Pro and Pro 5G has the slimmest bezels I've seen on any flat screen device. I dare say even thinner bezels than the one on the Samsung Galaxy S22, except that it has a slightly thicker chin, so no perfect symmetry. The display, however, is an LCD panel, and that might be a bummer for many, especially since it can be considered a downgrade from the Camon 18 Premier, which had an AMOLED display, probably to keep the price down. But on the bright side, I kid you not when I say this is one of the best looking LCD displays I've used. It is very vibrant. You might have to look twice to be sure it is not AMOLED. Tecno describes it as high gamut display. It is 6.8 inches in size and has a 1080p resolution. It has a display density of 395 pixels per inch and gets decent level of brightness suitable for use outdoors. Due to the almost non-existent bezels on the display, the Camon 19 Pro doesn't get a front-facing flashlight like most other Tecno devices. The display gets 120Hz screen refresh rate, which is set to auto by default, but I prefer to have it set to 120Hz always. You get fluid experience running through the UI thanks to the high refresh rate. On software, the Tecno Camon 19 Pro comes with Android 12 and Tecno's iOS version 8.6. I can say for certain iOS here is more refined on the bloatware and ads front, as while it does come with some apps pre-installed, you don't get ads as we do on the lower price devices. So far, I'd say I didn't get any ads except from Palm Store app, which was frequent and I had to block its notification access. The software experience is pretty stable, no lags or bugs in my experience so far. iOS is feature packed and provides you with a lot of customization options. There is Tecno's voice assistant Ella, and we also get MemFusion for RAM extension, which allows you to extend the already sufficient 8 gigs of RAM by up to 5 gig more in virtual RAM. The Camon 19 Pro comes in two memory options, 128 and 256 GB, both with 8 gigs of RAM. Now, when you take a look at the spec sheet of the Tecno Camon 19 Pro, you probably find it hard to determine if it's actually an upgrade from the Camon 18 Premier of last year, especially since it comes with the same processor and also does not have an AMOLED display like its predecessor. Well, you are not the only one wondering. Interestingly, that is not all. The rear camera, while it now gets actual OIS, a high-resolution telephoto lens and laser autofocus, it doesn't get an ultra-wide and no periscope zoom like we got on the 18 Premier, which gave us up to 60x zoom and we could capture the moon. Now, depending on your preferences though, you could say this is a much better camera system than its predecessor. Most users won't be zooming and taking shots at 30 or 60x. We'll explore more on its cameras later. Now, the Tecno Camon 19 Pro is powered by MediaTek's Helio G96, which is a solid processor for this price point, even though it is the same as its predecessor. It is a 12nm processor which provides solid performance for the Camon 19 Pro and should handle whatever you throw at it without stress. Benchmark scores look solid on both Antutu and Geekbench. Putting benchmark scores aside, the performance here is great. On gaming, the Camon 19 Pro actually does great. I tried Apex Legends and I was able to max out the graphics settings at Ultra HD and high frame rate. My gameplay was lag free and I got consistent 40 frames per second with no frame drops, no heating either. Call of Duty Mobile allows you to play at medium graphics settings and high frame rate. Also no issues with this one as gameplay was lag free in my experience. Battery life on the Camon 19 Pro is solid and reliable. We get 5000 mAh battery and I'll say it's optimized well enough to take you through the whole day without reaching for your charger. Now let's come to its cameras. Like I already mentioned, the Camon 19 Pro comes with an entirely different camera system than its predecessor. We get a 64MP main camera with actual optical image stabilization, making the Camon 19 Pro and Pro 5G the only device aside Samsung's mid-rangers to have OIS. There is also the high-resolution 50MP telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom. Next to it is a 2MP depth sensor. If you look closely at the bottom camera ring just at the top, you will notice what looks like two sensors. I take it those are for the laser autofocus. It gets a high-resolution 32MP selfie camera. How does all these camera specs translate to actual performance, you might ask? Well, I might be right to say this is the most impressive I've seen on any Tecno device so far. The Camon 19 Pro shoots really good pictures with great HDR performance. Photos look well processed even with human subjects, and I'll say it is worthy of the price point. The telephoto camera with its 50mm focal length allows you to capture really good close-up portrait shots, and edge detection is impressive. There's also the impressive sky shot camera mode which uses AI to change the sky to different scenes, and the actual shots look so real. This only works during the day as it needs to detect the bright sky to be able to do its thing. The night mode on the Camon 19 Pro is pretty impressive. Photos look sharp and not over-processed. Looks like actual night shots, though you'll notice some lens flare if there are bright lights in this shot. Selfies on the Camon 19 Pro looks good. Could be a bit better on the skin tone, but this is fine. For portrait selfies, we see an improvement in HDR processing. Edge detection is still not perfect, but for the most part, it does okay. One of the main features of the Camon 19 Pro's camera is optical image stabilization. This is actual OIS and not like the gimbal one we got on its predecessor. It works really well to help you get stable footage. Its videos are shot in 2K at 30 frames per second, no 4K recording here. Okay, so this is the Tecno Camon 19 Pro. This is its selfie camera, 32MP selfie camera, and I am currently shooting at 2K 30 frames per second, which is the maximum it can go. It doesn't do 4K. Yeah. So let me know what the video quality looks like and then the microphone quality. I'm outside, so it's a bit noisy. But it has dual microphone, so you should be able to pick up my voice well enough and it's not noisy. So yeah, let me know what you think. The Tecno Camon 19 Pro is an impressive device aside the fact that it uses the same processor as the Camon 19 Premier and doesn't have an AMOLED display. We can take comfort in the fact that its cameras are greatly improved and the design and build quality is top class. If you are not nitpicky about the AMOLED display, you will love its LCD. Now if you want to see how it performs against the Camon 19 Pro 5G, check out this video. And if you want to see a review of the Camon 19 Pro 5G, check out that one. See you in the next one. Peace.